magic that is the Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon Channel. I mean, what are you doing farting around back there?
I'm just shutting a little window so we don't
you're
interfere with
prepared
things.
for the day.
No, I'm very prepared. I actually prepared early and then forgot we were doing this early.
Well, that makes you ill-prepared.
No, that makes me forgetful.
No, it makes you ill-prepared. I mean, you didn't have the lights on. You didn't have your little window shut there. You're harping on me first thing this morning about make sure you're there at 7:30 when you knew I was out late last night trying to make a living, trying to carve away from myself in this crazy world. And you know what I think it is?
What?
I think it's just blind jealousy.
Oh, I thought you were going to say racism.
No.
I was being racist against Irish.
Because I met your childhood hero.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You did, Rusty Wallace.
Yeah.
I was more of a Richard Petty, Cale Yarborough sort of fella.
No,
so.
you really weren't.
I really was.
Past. I understand. It's okay.
Whatever. All right.
Yeah, good night at Berlin, though. We had a good time with the race. I was, I worked turns 1 and 2 last night. Yeah, it's kind of doing a little pit reporting.
Oh, cool.
That's what I do.
Mm-hmm. And you're proud of yourself, and you did a good job, and you were succinct and to the point. Of myself
because I don't know what the hell's wrong with me, but my my ankles. I think I get this new medicine from the doctor.
Yeah.
And my ankles and my wrist are just killing me.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know. Weird.
Maybe you're on too many medications.
I would tend to agree with that, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
I take an aspirin and a multivitamin.
Oh, good for you.
That's right. What I do. That's how I roll.
You do. How was day 1 of football camp?
Oh, it was cool. Max
really?
Loved it. He loved the tackling drills.
Yeah,
those were fun. They played a little game afterwards. It was good. It was it's 2 hours of fun for the kids running around, throwing, catching. It was great. It was that's the great American game, man.
Really?
It's the last bastion of pure Americana left in the sporting world. So, I loved it. And we'll see it. We'll see how long he takes to it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. He had a good time, and he's got some. He's good at it. So we'll see.
Next kid in line for a concussion. Great, way to go.
Whatever.
Parent of the year.
Yep.
You won't let the kid play with firecrackers, but by God, we'll throw him out on a football field.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Growing a boy into a man, my friend. That's what it's all about.
Yet another one that's going to live at home till he's 50.
Hey, now
hasn't your family had enough with closed head injuries? Look at you.
Oh God, you have no idea.
He had a good time, and you know what? Good for him because I tried football and I cracked a couple vertebrae in my neck, and that was it.
And you were done.
Yep.
All right.
What are we doing in the news, my man?
Let's get into it. Hey, speaking of football, the Supreme Court on Monday struck down part of a law that bans offensive trademarks. The ruling is expected to help the Washington Redskins in their fight over their team name. Justices ruled the 71-year-old law is an infringement on free speech rights. The decision is also a victory for an Asian American rock band called the Slants, whose founder tried to trademark the name back in 2011. Now, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office denied the request on the grounds the name disparages Asians. So this is essentially what the Trademark Office said to this Asian man who wanted to trademark this name. They said, no, this name is offensive to you, so you can't trademark it. And now the Supreme Court strikes down, and like I said, the whole thing with the Redskins, that's people are still gonna cry about that.
This. Quit being butthurt by everything all the time.
Yeah.
Everybody. You know what I mean? I don't get it.
This country is founded on this.
Did you hear Gene Simmons wants to trademark this?
Are you serious?
Dead serious. And you know what the bad thing about it is? He didn't come up with it. That's a Ronnie James Dio move. That's a Dio move. Ronnie James Dio did that first. Now Gene Simmons thinks he gets to trademark it.
Well, Dio didn't trademark it, so that's one thing. I mean, you can come up with something, but if you don't trademark it, it doesn't matter.
I'm sorry, you're Ronnie James Dio. He trumps all Gene Simmons any day of the week when it comes to legit.
I don't know. I was just always annoyed as a classic rock DJ back in the day. Ronnie James Dio fans just annoyed the hell out of me.
Oh, I love Ronnie James.
The calls at 2 a.m. Hey, you got any Ronnie James Dio? It was never Dio. Got any Ryan James Dio? You play me some Ronnie James Dio? No. I'm not going to play. No. Here's Leonard Skinnerd. No. Got any Ryan James Dio? No. Here's Boston. Got any Ryan James Dio? No. Enjoy some AC/DC.
Oh, man.
God. People. Jeez. What else is happening? According to an autopsy report, Carrie Fisher had cocaine, heroin, and ecstasy in her system prior to her death. The report released on Monday states the 60-year-old Star Wars actress may have taken cocaine 3 days before the December 23rd flight on which she became ill. She died 4 days later. I know she battled this her entire life. She was pretty open about it. I think people were surprised that she was still dealing with it, at 60. But, it's one of those things that, this as an alcoholic, it's an ongoing battle.
Yeah. I've been very fortunate. I've never had a relapse. I've never had a reason to. The closest I've come to having a drink again.
Yeah.
And I can't really tell how many years ago it was, but I had the flu one time, and I came down at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, oh, I need something to drink. And I look in the back of the fridge, and in the back there's this bottle of pop.
Okay.
And it says blueberry pomegranate pop. I'm like,
okay.
It looks so good. And I reach in there and I grab it, and I open up the pop and I go, psst, and I'm like, oh, thank God. Mm-hmm. So I take a big swig, get it all in my mouth, and I'm thinking for that whole big fruit-flavored splash, and it was homemade Kahlua.
Oh, my God.
That's what I said. And I
so you spit it out? Okay.
And, Cindy makes that at Christmas, and she gives it out to people, and I was like, please label those from this point on. I had no idea, but...
You almost yeah. So now you've been sober for what, 14? Is it 14 or 15 years?
14 years.
14 years.
Yeah.
And you don't know that was maybe what 7 years in or something, roughly?
Yeah, I don't remember. It was a while ago. Yeah.
But now, like early on, how tempted were you? Was like that first year, first 6 months? Was that how tempted were you then?
There were times, honestly, there were times where. They call it foxhole prayers, where you wish that when you say your prayers, you're like, God, please just get me through tonight. I can't. I just don't want to drink tonight. And then as time went by, it smooths over. I got out of the hospital when I went in to dry out because the volume I drank was so much, I was a heart attack risk.
Oh my God! And you were a young guy.
I was drinking like two gallons of whiskey a week when I quit.
Good God.
Ballpark, 1.5 to 2 gallons of whiskey a week. And the first thing I had to do, I got out of the hospital, got back to work, first thing I had to do was a liquor store remote. We were giving away tickets to a NASCAR race.
Congratulations on getting out of rehab. Go to this liquor store for 2 hours.
I know, right? and the oddest thing is that the temptation will still come up from time to time.
Okay.
It's never anything I can't deal with. So it's always cool that it's like, yeah, okay, a 7 and 7 sounds great, but a shot of whiskey sounds great, but but the weirdest thing is this summer, all these bastards posting their pictures of Zima. Oh my God, I would love to bolt down a few of those Zimas. That sounds so good. It was light, it was crisp, it was refreshing. After a night out of heavy drinking, you could come home for 2 or 3 of those things and just finish it off. Oh, I'd love one. I would love one.
You'd love one, and then you forget you're not a 17-year-old girl. So
I used to love those things. I really did. I thought they were great.
What is wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? I live on my own. How about that?
Hey, shut up. I was on my own from the time I was 18 forever, so I just... You know how many times I've moved in my life?
I don't care.
You know how many times? 25.
Have you really?
25 times.
You know what they call that?
I moved.
A grifter.
Oh, all right. I'm a bit of a nomad. Always been my lifestyle. Okay. Prosecutors in Kent County have decided not to issue charges in connection to the death of a 3-week-old girl who was killed by one of her family's pit bulls.
Oh.
Susanna Murray was bitten May 25th after being left alone in the living room while her mom and a friend went outside to smoke. When the friend went back to check on the baby, she saw one of the dogs licking Savannah's face that was covered in blood. The baby died following emergency surgery. Now, according to the prosecutor, the mother will not be charged because the dogs were not known to be violent. They were pit bulls. They weren't known to be. I'm going to go outside. Okay, do I want to? I feel horrible for this mother. You got to feel this is the most gut-wrenching, horrific thing that could happen as a parent. I'm not diminishing that in any way. But think about this. This is the decision this mom made. And do I expose my 3-week-old baby to secondhand smoke, or do I leave her alone with three pit bulls? 3. That isn't negligent. I'm sorry. The numbers don't lie. I'm not a pit bull hater at all. I have friends of mine who have pit bulls, and the pit bulls that I've seen are nice. But at the end of the day, and I don't blame the dogs for this, they were bred to be fighting dogs. No matter how nice you are to the pit bull, no matter how well you treat them, you don't know if that's going to happen. And this is, something like 65% of dog attacks and emergency room visits and deaths related to dogs are caused by pit bulls. This is insane.
You're a pit bull hater.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I thought you and I were in agreement on stuff like this.
Well,
this is ridiculous.
Be, but I'm just,
You're going to back off? You're going to back off
because
because...
Anelia.
Jesus. Got to be kidding me. Finally, the Electric Forest Festival gets underway at the Double J in Rothbury later this week. The festival begins Wednesday and for the first time runs for 2 weekends, June 21st through the 25th and the 29th through July 2nd. Opening weekend headliners include A-Track, Bass Nectars, Claude Van Stroke, Dylan Francis, and Nero. I know you're really excited about this.
Yes, we'll be bartending.
Yes.
And go back, and here, hang on.
What?
We're going to a music festival.
Yes.
Okay. What was that second band you mentioned?
I said Bass Nectars.
Bass Nectars.
Bass Nectars.
Yes, we're going to a music festival, not Babe Winkleman's fishing rally. You dumb ass.
I'm sorry, man.
I don't know much about them either.
I'm not up on these new bands.
Band. They go nuts for them.
I'm not up.
I'll tell you what,
Bass
this
Nectars.
This is the honest to God's truth. I don't know much about the music up at this thing. I don't really care. I know that it's a great, great thing for this area. The people up there are fantastic. The atmosphere is of a global proportion. Last year on the Friday, 20 states and 9 countries. I talked to people from 20 states and 9 countries. They come in from all over the world. We're excited to be up there bartending again. And all the preconceived notions that Muskegon has about the people at Electric Forest, they could shove them right where the sun doesn't shine, because that is where that's where we ought to be focusing our attention.
Absolutely. No, and the hippies are okay.
They're cool people.
They're nice. They just want to drink, do a little something, whatever. Whatever they do. Look, I'm not judging.
That kind of stuff's going to be going on anywhere, okay? There's a smoking pot. Here's the thing. It's going to be going on anywhere no matter what. You put 50,000 people in an area, and there's going to be a little more of it because it's concentrated, right?
Right.
Spread it out, concentrate it, whatever. It's going to be going on. You put 50,000 people in an area, the risk of somebody dying goes up. It's not like you want somebody to die. It's not like you're encouraging that kind of thing to happen. But then you concentrate numbers, the risk goes up. They're going to have a nice time. They're going to have a good party. They're going to spend $13 a piece for crappy pre-mixed drinks, and that's the crowd we want here.
Totally agree.
Yeah. I
wasn't disagreeing with you.
No,
I was saying, hey, this is...
I'm just telling you the attitude that comes around Muskegon about, we don't want those people around here. Yes, you do.
Why wouldn't you want the people who can afford that here? Yeah.
They love falafel.
This is the other thing I don't get. When did hippies get money? When did that happen?
We blinked.
We blinked, and all of a sudden The hippies are,
We spent our
oh,
life
wow.
trying to be broadcasters,
Amazing.
and look what happened to us.
Good Lord. Sports, Muskegon beats St. Clair 8-7. Tigers fall to Seattle 6-2. Cubs win, Cubs win, Cubs win. They beat the Padres 3-2. That's sports.
That was the Muskegon Clippers baseball team.
Yes.
That we're working on
The
establishing.
Clippers, not the Clippers, as I might
Clippers.
have called them,
No,
because
said
I can't
Clippers.
pronounce words today.
What?
No, I said Clippers.
Right.
I wanted to remind you that I didn't say.
Beat.
I said Muskegon beat St. Clair.
Right, but you
Played
didn't
St.
say
Clair.
Muskegon Clippers.
No, I didn't. I said Muskegon. I thought that was known. I'm talking
No, it's
baseball.
not.
The
I'm
only
working on these
baseball.
things. Help me out
the
here,
only-
would you? Pitch
Sure,
in,
no
grab
problem.
a shovel. You and I, man.
I've been shoveling it for a long time.
Yeah, you have. I'll tell you what. Hey, go have a nice, what is it, Tuesday?
Yeah.
All right, later.